Are you ready for some good news? When you're in Christ, every spiritual blessing is yours because a covenant was made and kept on your behalf. Here's today's text from Exodus chapter 19. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession among all peoples. For all the earth is mine, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words that you shall speak to the people of Israel. Moses prefigured Christ in manifold ways. He was a deliverer, he was an intercessor, he was a miracle worker, but Moses foreshadowed Christ most poignantly as a covenant maker. The Old Covenant, sometimes called the Mosaic Covenant or the Covenant of Works, hinged on the obedience of the people. The people would forfeit the blessings God wanted to lavish upon them if they disobeyed, and of course they did disobey. The Old Covenant, with all its demands for obedience to the law, did nothing to empower the people to keep the law. When Christ celebrated the Passover with His disciples and declared one of the cups of wine to be the cup of the new covenant, He meant literally new. For most of my Christian life, I believed in grace and believed in the new covenant. But if you'd asked me what was so new about the new covenant I embraced, I would have given you a shallow answer. I knew I wasn't under the law the way the Old Testament saints were, but my Christian life manifested an idea of covenant that was more a modified Old Covenant rather than something radically new. In the Old Testament, the people knew that life with God would be better for them if they obeyed. In my mind, it wasn't much different from my Christian life. I figured if I had my daily quiet time, lived a morally upright life, and sought to honor God, that it would welcome the blessings of the Lord into my life. My commitment to a personal devotional life, right living, and regular worship wasn't wrong, but what about it was so new? The Old Covenant saints sought to do the same things, didn't they? So what's so new about the New Covenant? Whereas the Old Covenant was between the people and God, the New Covenant is between the Father and the Son. If the Son was obedient even unto death on a cross, then all who are in Christ would be granted every spiritual blessing. The new covenant takes me out of the picture. The pressure is off of me. Jesus made and kept the covenant on our behalf. That makes me thankful not just today, but every day. And that's the gospel. Well, if you want to learn more about this, you can get the full radio broadcast on this subject and find other resources for free at sharingthelight.org.